everyone. Welcome to the Innovation Space, where we discuss topics around innovation and technology. Today in studio, I am joined by Rebaone Thoothe, a young female pilot. How are you, Reba?
I'm good.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for coming to the Innovation Space. It's good to have you, a young pilot.
It's a pleasure.
How is it being a pilot?
It's fun.
It's fun.
It's fun.
Tell me more about it.
It's fun but exhausting.
Exhausting.
So right now it's just been a lot of practice and theory, all the boring stuff.
Ne.
But like the fun stuff comes in when you're into an aircraft and you roll that propeller and you just hear the engines roaring in your veins.
I want you to take me with you one day.
Please.
Okay. So my question for you, Reba, today is, how does the ICT's innovation and technology help the aviation?
So when you're thinking about your future, like what you're aspiring to be, you don't think of all the industries it taps into. So you just think, oh, I'm going to be a pilot and just be in the air. But honestly...
That's what I'm thinking.
No, it's really not.
Tell me about it.
Now you have to think of, okay, how do you actually get into the aircraft?
Yeah.
Is it a tit-tit? Is it a manual? You don't know.
Yeah, it's like a manual car. There's gears there.
No, it's not that manual, but it's just your normal open a latch, jump in, get it started, but you're going to be overwhelmed by your first seat in the cockpit.
So how does technology helps you fly easily?
So technology starts with your VOR, which is a very high frequency omnibearing direction beacon, which is in the aircraft.
Okay.
And it communicates with the ground beacons.
Okay.
So that's how you would get your signals from a tower to an aircraft. And then also from your aircraft to a specific point.
As in, we're flying from Rivonia.
We're flying from Rivonia to Sandton City.
Okay.
So Sandton will have a receiving tower, and we will be speaking to Sandton, saying we're coming to Sandton. Sandton will receive, so they'll pick up your distance, your altitude, and your speed.
Okay, so I'm just curious. So I'm going to ask these questions. So what happens when those towers don't pick up or don't sense that there's a flight?
That's where technology fails us, unfortunately. We have to go back to your manual.
Has it ever happened, though?
It does happen. We get lots of communication failures. But like the others are just technical failures. So your engine will just shut off.
Does it then lead to the crash?
They don't all lead to crash. Crashes are just led by ignorance.
Oh, okay.
So with your communications loss, that's when the aircraft itself loses signal. It just loses touch with the environment.
Okay, because I think from my point of view, because I also book flights when I'm going home, I would just say technology, I think, has helped because you don't need to actually go to the airport to book your flights.
That's where the technology is amazing.
Comes in, yeah, like it's so amazing. You can actually do everything. You can even download your boarding pass. You don't need to go straight to the tellers to actually download.
You don't need to even see
to print
until you get onto your plane.
Exactly. I think that's the more interesting and time saving. Yes. Yeah.
It's amazing what technology has done and how much time it saves for people and the airport itself. Because when you look at how crazy the airport was 5 years ago,
yeah,
and compared to now, it's less traffic.
Technology is advancing.
Yes. I swear you're gonna have bag wrappers being like non-existent and just the wrapping being there and doing it.
Okay, so what has been like your bad experiences when you felt like technology really failed you today? Communications.
I was in a unfamiliar space.
Where were you, if you don't mind me asking?
It was my first time flying from here to the northwest.
Northwest, okay.
So the northwest is a bit of a dry place.
Don't tell me you almost crashed.
No, I didn't crash. I just needed some GPS guidance.
Okay.
So now I got lost because of the small towns. They're very confusing. So in that space, I didn't have communications. I didn't have direction. I didn't know where I was.
And how did you go about it?
So I just had to go 1,000 feet higher to be able to get the signal that I need
Okay.
to communicate.
So the more you go higher,
higher
the more you
go,
get the
better
signal.
you
Okay,
get.
all right.
So I had to fly a bit higher, and that's when I got the guidance. The radar people were able to pick me up. On the radar, they said, no, you're about 2 nautical miles from Derby. You'll be fine. Just continue flying northwest, and you're going to reach your next airport.
Thank you so much. I've actually learned a lot from this conversation I'm having with you today. And there are other... the audience, they have few questions that they want to ask you. Questions.
This is a question from Mangoba.
Reba, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, Mangola?
I'm good, and you? So I would like to know that as a pilot, what's your first responsibility during emergency?
Ensuring all passengers are calm
Uh,
and secure.
last one, how do you handle the simultaneous responsibilities that you have during a flight?
Technology plays a big role in that.
How?
So what happens? You get your autopilot. So your autopilot is configured to control your altitude, your attitude, and your just general flying while maintaining all the necessary positions it needs to maintain, including your speed.
Okay. So you can actually
So
see.
I can literally sit back and watch the plane fly itself.
That's so nice. That's so cool. So can I also fly?
You can fly. I can take you as a
Is
passenger.
is it more like a cell phone, like having a cell phone in my hand?
Okay, cell phone's a bit too simple.
Okay.
It's like driving a car.
Okay,
You know
it's
when
like
you do
driving.
your driver's license and you've got your 2 steering wheels, your 2 pedals on both
Yeah,
sides?
yeah.
Similar situation.
That's so nice. That's so nice. I don't know if anyone in the audience still have questions. Okay, there's another question from.
This is Peace.
Reba, how are you?
Good, how are you, Fizz?
I'm good. I want to know, going back to our phones with this option of flight mode, so I want to know the role of flight mode, because normally we use it to ignore calls down here. So I want to know the role of it when you are in a plane. How does it work? Is it necessary to be on a flight mode when you are flying?
First, it depends on the type of plane you're flying. So if you got your smaller aircraft, you would only need to switch off your device between takeoff and landing. And then after that, you can have your phone on during the whole flight. And it's a bit of a myth that you don't get signal. I've had plenty of communications in the air with my instructors, my friends, and I've been live on Instagram.
Oh, so that's so cool. Thank you for joining us in the innovation
It was
space.
such a pleasure.
Thank you. So can I invite you again
Please do.
for more
Get
topics?
me more passengers.
I will definitely, if you promise that you're gonna fly with me.
Let's do it next weekend.
Sharp. That's a deal. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to engage with us on our comment section, and don't forget to follow, like, and subscribe.